What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here with another video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're not far off 150k. We're less than 2,000 away. So if you could do that, that would be amazing. And also like the video. That would be amazing right now. Bottom right hand corner, hit the thumbs up button. Let's get to 1,000 likes. And let's proceed with a video that I really don't want to make. I'm confused. I'm a little bit sad. I'm a little bit disappointed, but this is Man United now. It is a toxic club. And listen, we all have our opinions. I can be a bit harsh in my criticism. I can maybe go a little bit of overboard. But one thing I don't do on social media is I leave like posts under players' Instagrams, players' Twitter accounts. You know, I don't really do all of that. Like, I'd rather have my say, talk about football, talk about, you know, what there is to talk about within context, within line, within reason. And we have a debate. That's what it's all about, right? But the abuse, right, that Ugarte has got is absolutely crazy. Like, genuinely. Like, for those that don't know, right, Ugarte played against Bolivia a couple of days ago, and he didn't have a great performance, but there was a lot of reasons behind that, and whether you think it's an excuse or not, that's down to you, but these are very, very genuine excuses and very valid reasons as to why he had a bad game. But generally, there was no need anyway for what was to happen after. So, just to give you the lowdown, Ugarte here puts a post out. By the way, it's got 1.5 million impressions for just a simple photo of him representing his country against Bolivia. And then he's here with basically oxygen masks. And yeah, the reason why is a big reason why. So, they played Bolivia. By the way, Bolivia have got a good record there, and they're quite notoriously a difficult team to beat, right? The reason why a lot of them were struggling is because they were playing in a location that has an altitude of 4,100 meters above sea level. Let me repeat that for you. 4,100 meters above sea level, the altitude. So you got to remember, these guys are going to find it difficult to let alone breathe than play football in them conditions. Like, these places like Bolivia, Peru, they're known for these conditions, and footballers have found it difficult to play in these conditions because of the high altitude. And therefore, you don't get the same level of performances that you would see normally at normal conditions, you know? And you then get fans, right, who take it to social media, which I will show you in a minute now, to basically absolutely abuse the hell out of Ugarte. And again, international break, people are bored. People want to find something to kind of be moaning about. People want to find someone to throw shade on. And I feel like for me, Ugarte has never really had a chance in a Man United shirt. Like, it's just been constantly negative from the off. Whether you rate him or not is a different question. But this level of abuse is just outright crazy, outlandish, and it's an absolute joke. So, right, we go here. It starts off here saying, leave my club, leave my club, leave. Win the ball alone is enough for Man United 6, but you have to improve when passing and stop with the sideways backward passing. I would say that's fairly decent criticism. I wouldn't say that's outright, you know, crazy. So, this one here, not good enough on the ball to be a Man United player. These are the kind of signings, the reason why we are 15th. Dead ball, unfortunately. Collier clears you and didn't cost 40 million. Again, why are you putting Collier involved in this? Like, this is a guy that's played in Champions League football. This guy's that played in a very, very good league in PSG. You know, this guy that's been playing well at Sporting Lisbon, has got experience, you know, and you've compared him to a Collier who's barely played any minutes for for Man United and doesn't need this sort of pressure, you know? This one here, do not go back to Carrington. If you do, it will be on site. I mean, who are you? I hate the fact that they follow me. You know what I'm saying to you? I hate that. And by the way, this is the performance that he had, by the way. This is the performance. So he had 8 out of 24 ground duels won. He didn't win any aerial duels. He lost possession 14 times, 3 fouls, 2 clearances, 1 block shot, 2 interceptions, 6 tackles, and he was dribbled past 9 times. Right? So not a great game, but again, look at this. It's just constant. It's constant. Get out of my club. Leave my beautiful club. This is the one that I put on the actual thumbnail because I just thought for me, again, leave my beautiful club, you thug. Like, why is that needed? Why is the name calling needed? Like, why do you need to call him a thug? It's crazy. And you know what the maddest thing is? And you know what the craziest thing is, guys? These are faceless accounts, man. You know, I don't say to people, respect people who give their opinions online when they show their face. I always say to them, you've got to give them a degree of respect when they do criticize players and when they do give their opinions that may be harsh and maybe you disagree on. You've got to give them a respect because they're showing their face on camera. You see these guys, right, that don't show face on camera or don't show face at all on social media? They're the real cowards. They're the real thugs. Cool. Especially more so when you put abuse online. If you don't show face and you keep doing your thing and you just want to remain anonymous, that's totally fine. I've not got a problem with that. But when you've got a faceless account and you're there spreading hate and you're spreading abuse, like, you're just a coward. Like, let's be honest, you're just a coward. You haven't got the audacity, you haven't got the bravery or the now or anything, just any sort of respect, yeah, or anything like that, yeah, to come on and say what you got to say without putting a faceless account. Like, generally, like, you're cowards, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't get why the need. And the matter thing is, you would have thought this was a case of, you know, he played a couple of Premier League games and he was poor. Like, the guy played for Bolivia. He played against Bolivia in a South America international qualifier. I mean, is that the levels we're setting the hate on? Did you even watch the game? Did you even see the game? All you did was read some stats. That's all you did. All you did was just read some stats. And this is the problem with football, right? You judge a player based on stats and you hate a player based on stats. The eye test is absolutely gone in football. It's rapidly evaporating in football because people are basing their whole judgment on stats. They looked at that game, they seen the stats and were like, oh gosh, bloody hell, we employ him. Like, what are we doing here, man? This is why for me, yeah, you can hate me all you want, but I watch a lot of football games, man. I try and watch a lot of football games. I try and research. I researched on Ugarte. I took the bad, I took the bad, I got the good, and I got a whole opinion out of what I wanted from that. You know what I mean? And that's what you got to do. What did you expect from Ugarte? Did you expect this Paul Scholes Maverick? Did you expect a Michael Carrick regen? What did you expect from Ugarte? You knew what you were getting. You're getting a ball-winning midfielder, aggressive, tenacious, you know, box-to-box, live-wire midfield that loves to, you know, add that kind of bite, you know, and what we need in terms of aggressive nature and that South American grit in that midfield. He's not the craziest talented player in the world, but you know what? He has a use. He has a use. And I just don't understand why Man United fans are resorting to abuse online. Like, what does that achieve? What does that achieve, really? Like, honestly, what does it achieve for you to put that level of abuse here online and spread it to the masses? You know what I mean? And it just shows to you that this is a toxic club and we are not going anywhere with this level of toxicity. I remember I made a video a couple of weeks ago, or even a month ago. I said, you know what, man? Like, it's bad at United. Like, We could have a player here. Joshua Zirkzee is another example. Look at Joshua Zirkzee, for example. He comes into the football club, settles in, struggles to settle in, has a bad maybe month or two, maybe month I would say, gets absolutely abused online, gets booed in the stadium. Then there's this debate of selling him after 3-4 months, right? And then all of a sudden now, we're hearing that Joshua Zirkzee is the best thing since sliced bread. Joshua Zirkzee is getting celebrated. He's getting cheered. He's getting, you know, like, this is the problem with football. It's what have you done for me lately? That's why I hate football sometimes. It's like, what have you done for me lately? And Zirkzee now is in a good time and is in a good space and is in a good period of grace at Man United. But there will come a time where he will get his abuse as well. He will. He will get his absolutely, you know, get him out, sell him. It will happen, innit? It is what it is. Like, your time will come. You know, I want Bruno Fernandes sold, but I'm not going to abuse him online. You know, it's one of them, like, you know, we talk about football, we debate football, we analyze football, and that's how we do. So for me, when I look at the situation, I'm like, the maddest thing is the context behind it is against Bolivia. The altitude. The fact that, like I said to you, you haven't researched upon a player, you know, and you want this unbelievable ball carrying and ball possession midfielder and this, whatever you want to call it, yeah. That's on you, man. That's on you. It's on you. But it's wrong, bro. It's wrong. The abuse should be directed at the board and the recruitment team. If you want to do that, if you want to criticize and heavily criticize the board, go and talk to the board. Why did you spend 50 million on a player that you knew on his own wasn't going to be the solution? You had to go and get another midfield to complement Ugarte. That's what it's about, man. You know, you have Enzo, but then you have Caicedo next to him. You have a Rodri, but then you have someone next. Well, probably Rodri's a proper wrong example here because he's an all action midfielder. But McAllister and Gravenberch, they complement each other well. Like, midfielders, they complement each other well, man. You know, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, like, there's a balance to all of this. You can't just expect players to be like, you know what, this is it now. He's brilliant. Da-da-da-da. Like, come on, man. What are we doing here? Seriously. What are we actually doing here, man? What do my United fans want? Word to Musa, man. We're not qualified. Even me. My United fans are not qualified to speak on certain matters, you know. I swear down, bro. Like, I can give my opinion because I'm a content creator and I just, you know, this is my job and I essentially get paid to speak about my United. That's a privilege for me. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, people will watch my content and they'll subscribe to it and they'll like to it. But I'm just a normal, regular fan. I'm not someone that you should say I'm gospel. I'm not gospel. I'm not the kind of, you know, my opinions are subjective. My opinions are what I believe. My opinions are what I like in football. You know what I mean? You might not agree with it. I don't really rate Bruno Fernandes. A whole load of fan base rate Bruno Fernandes. I don't rate Rashford. A lot of fan base rate Rashford. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Lisandro Martinez. People don't like Lisandro Martinez. I like, you know, there's some players that I like and, you know, people might not rate them. It's part and parcel of the game. But we are in this constant cycle, I believe, that we're not going to get out of. We buy a player. We go and get a player now, yeah. We will go and get a player in the summer. I don't know who we link with, Frimpong or something like that. I don't know. We link with someone, innit? We link with someone, right? And I'm telling you now, it will be get him out of my club. Get him out. He's done, washed. And this is where I've kind of like just kind of drawn the line is that no player will take Man United to the next level. And no player will make Man United worse. You see what I'm trying to say? Get with this, like, we're in this cycle because we haven't recruited well for the past 10 to 15 years. We're not in this cycle because Ugarte rocked up and he's not been great. And we're 14th. Like, what did the comments say? We're 14th because of it. I don't know. Maybe, like I said to you, I've just kind of given my 2 pence on that. I just thought I'd just kind of have a few words about it and just say, like, it's not on, man. It's not on. It's not right. And something needs to be done. Something needs to be done about this. And we need to have conversations about these trolls online, these faceless accounts that have nothing but bad to say. And that just want to leave. And like I said to you, I don't know. With Ugarte, is he strong-minded not to look at that? Listen, footballers are humans, man. They're going to look at them sort of things online. They are. Whether you like it or not, they are going to like it. They are going to look at it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button on the video. Was I fair? Was I wrong? It's all about opinions. You know what I mean? Am I too soft? I don't know. You let me know in the comments, man. Let me know what your thoughts are. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.